Hi, I'm Andrew, an entrepreneur and a computer science student,
Hi, I'm Raveen, a psychology major student.
and you're now listening to the Ink Thoughts podcast, where we ponder and talk about incongruous thoughts ranging from our daily life to the human mind.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the Ink Thoughts podcast. Here's Andrew and Vereen, and let's start with Vereen updating what happened over this past week.
Ha ha ha. Okay, hello everyone. Okay, what happened over the past 1 week? Actually, there's nothing very special. So, but I do feel kind of stressful for the past 1 week, because of my work, and there's some deadlines to be met, and just like competing with the time. So after yesterday, after work yesterday, I went for badminton with my friends. The audience won't know, but Andrew, you know that my badminton skill is not okay. So
Well, I guess it's better than mine. I mean, I some of my friends do play here, but I never joined them, and I haven't played it in quite a while. If we get to go on to a badminton match round, I think we are on par, or probably that I'm worse.
Okay, interesting. Oh, fun fact I know today. Okay, So actually that's just a kind of like relaxing time for me. I just feel fun, enjoying the session with my friends, and after that we went for supposed to be a dinner, but because it's already 10 something, so let's call it a supper then. And we spend some time talking together, and we're going on the trip next week. It's a very short but relaxing trip, so I'm looking forward to that. So other than that, there's nothing very special. So today I've been spending today cleaning the house, because if I don't start doing that, my mom will continue nagging all of us.
Okay.
How about you? I believe there might be some interesting updates from your side.
Oh yes, definitely. So let me see, what have I done this week actually? So as you guys know, I think from the last episode, I have already kind of graduated because I've completed my final exam. So
Congratulations!
yeah, pretty nice. Oh, thanks a lot. Thanks for your wishes and all that. But like whatever I'm doing now is up to me, but of course I hope to get a job, like get some side income and all that, because I'm depleting my bank account, which isn't a good thing. It doesn't feel good just spending the money without any income coming in. That's why now I did send out some CV. I kind of have two categories. One is the jobs which I actively want to do now, which are temporary jobs, because I think most companies wouldn't accept a graduate without a cert yet. So the second category is actually just, I'm kind of just testing out my CV. Basically, I'm just sending out and see if it happens that any company does accept me and into the interview session. It would be great, because I would just want to go through the interview round and see how it goes and all that. So now I am not applying for every single role. I'm just applying for some, just to see if it works. If it works out, that would be amazing, so that I can kind of get through and get to know how does the interview process works.
Mm-hmm.
But I think other than that, I was like just doing my usual stuff, editing video, and then playing games and all that. It was quite fun, like playing Minecraft, but I do spend quite a lot of hours playing it recently, which is not a good thing. Kind of need to control that, because I should spend some time working on some data science project, which is something I'm doing now, because kind of trying to create a good data science portfolio, and trying to just explore data, asking more questions on the data, try to see if people will notice my work, something like that. But other than that, actually most of the interesting thing happened yesterday, because like last week's same time, I was moving to my new house. And so, but this time around, my friend came to help. Actually, originally he wanted to go there because he's gonna move there soon, like around July, where he's gonna move to the house next to mine. And he wanted to kind of know how's that house, something like that, so that he can tell I don't know, not tell, like he can just get to know how his rooms looks like, but then he didn't dare to go and knock on that house. So whatever. Fine. Yeah. So I mean, I just kind of feel bad for him because he came to help me, and then he didn't kind of get anything which he intended to do in return. Which I felt a bit bad. He literally just came and helped me. But yeah, like in the end, I think I paid for one of his coffee or something like that, which is cool. But I did that. I moved over, and then one interesting thing happened that day because we were taking the tram, and so usually the tram, like just like how MRT work in Malaysia, so they have automated doors and all that. But the interesting thing about the tram is that we have a button on the door. So every time when you reach a station, sometimes not all the door opens. So you might need to press that for it to open. And when it comes to, let's say, when the door closes and then there's someone happening to be outside, you can press that for it to open again because someone is just there. So that's how it kind of works. But then what happened yesterday was that I think there was a few students, I believe they are students. So two of them got onto the tram, but one of their friends is still on the way. So one student purposely blocked the door twice. I suppose it's not with a button, maybe with his hand or something, and then there's sensor and all that, so the door wouldn't just close and then like cut your hand or something like that. So that happened. And then the driver of the tram, because our tram isn't like MRT, which is driverless, there's actually a driver all the time. So the driver actually made an announcement saying that, okay, so the passenger at the back that you purposely stopped the door twice, please get out of the tram. Because and then initially the guy didn't do that, and then the friend which was trying to get on the tram got in as well, and then he repeated the announcement again, saying that the passenger that tried to stop the door and his friend, please step out of the tram because you have caused inconvenience to all the other passengers of the tram. You made us have to wait for you, and then of course now you have potentially caused damage to the door. So we will only depart after you get off the tram. It's like one of the scariest thing I've ever heard. Oh my god! It's rarely where it's quite rare that we get all this kind of very how do I say this, very stern announcement that kind of command you to do something in UK, because it's like quite a freedom, nice environment, and so it's kind of scary to hear that. But then they get off. But the door actually had a problem, after that. When at the next station, it kind of went cuckoo for a bit. It was like it was shut. It had to shut a few times before it can probably shut, and then the station after that they had to stop for a few minutes, and then the guy had to come down and do some inspection and all that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but then luckily that's the stop where we are getting off, so cool. It didn't really affect us. Yeah, so that's what happened. But yeah, that was really interesting. Like my first time seeing that, and then like that evening, I spent pretty much the whole day playing Minecraft as well. I was like doing a few things, trying to make my world more sustainable. And then I went for Korean food, amazing, because a few of my friends are leaving. Actually, one is leaving today. I think she left. What time is it now? 10. I think she's arriving at Heathrow soon. I think around 11, because her flight is at, I think, 3 p.m. So she's flying back to Hong Kong. And a few of them are leaving quite soon as well. So that's why we're kind of doing a farewell thing to all of them, where we ate Korean food, which is amazing because, I've been eating a lot of British food, or not British food, more like Western food in general over here. And I mean, I don't mind Western food, but the thing about the food in cafeteria is just that they are quite low standard. They are not, they don't taste as good. So having some Korean food, Asian food is amazing. And then I usually don't spend it when I'm alone, because I mean, I just don't, like, it's the price tag is too high, you just don't want to spend like £9.50 for a noodles just to satisfy my craving. I mean, for me, I'm not that kind of person. I'm more of the kind of person where I try to quench every single value out of it. So if I am having a good meal with a bunch of friends and then like celebrating farewell, so it kind of gives this £9.50 a lot more value. So that's why I'm a lot happier. That's why I did this. And then amazing food. Yeah, and then in the end, actually towards the night I watched Midsummer, which is actually quite a nice movie. So, but I didn't finish it because I was I was very lazy. I was lying on my bed watching it. I just my iPad has a kickstand, so I just put it at the side, and then I was just lying on the bed watching it. I watched for around an hour. There's still, I think, 1 hour 20 minutes to go. I think I'm gonna probably finish it tonight. But yeah, quite a nice day yesterday. But I do need to start working on a few things which I didn't get to complete yesterday today. So yes, that's my, I guess, fruitful update over what happened last week.
Okay, I have a question for you.
Yeah, sure.
You know sometimes MRT, I don't know if you have encountered this because you went to UK for quite some time already. So sometimes it doesn't I mean, when it reaches a station, not all the doors will be open, which I don't know why. Sometimes it's actually those sometimes it's actually those very like popular station. Yeah. So sometimes it just like open a few where people suddenly get panic. Oh no, they have to quickly change to another side to go out.
Okay, I feel like the door has a problem then. It's quite weird.
Yeah.
But I'll say that I don't know, man. It's really weird currently. Like what's currently happening in Malaysia. I mean, okay, first thing first, I'm very sad that they're gonna open the first phase of MRT2 on June 16, and I'm not there to witness it. I wanted to try that for a long time.
June 16, is it?
Unfortunately. Yeah, June 16.
Your birthday?
Yeah, exactly. They're celebrating my birthday with the opening, but I'm in the UK. But another happy thing is that in the UK we have this new line. In London, there's this new line called Elizabeth Line, which is just open, and I think when I go to probably at least like August when my parents is coming, I'm probably gonna go there and take a ride on that. It's quite amazing. It's quite nice. It's new and all that. But I don't know. Recently, it's very funny because there's been many incidents of the Plana Jaya Malaysia MRT broke down in many times in a month, and they are now spending like 800 million ringgit to kind of upgrade the system for both LRT and MRT. It's very weird, It makes sense for you to upgrade the LRT because it's been operating for 20 years, so 20 more than 20 years. But MRT has just been operating for like 5 years, 6 years. Yeah, I'm like what is there to update?
Yeah.
What happened to that? Like, it's kind of fishy what happened to that. But like even problems like what you said, it's actually very weird because why would the doors why don't all the doors open? And then it's a very new thing. It's just 6 years. Like I would question that if that actually happens. So that's actually quite weird.
But then when it goes to the next station, it opens again. So it's like very, very weird. I don't understand. If you say
really
one of them has problem or is spoiled, then it's different. But it opened on one but not open on the other one. I don't know.
Okay, I get it. Okay. But yes, okay, so outside of our updates, what are we discussing today? So what's the topic for today?
Okay, the topic for today is actually how to serve ourselves but not our investors. Maybe you want to explain a bit on, your definition of like investor first.
Okay, sure. So, how to serve ourselves but not our investors. So investors, you probably think of companies and all that, but if we look at in company terms, an investor is someone that trying to they put in money for your company to grow or to produce even more profit because, their intention is to get profit out of you as well. Because you're earning more money and then they kind of can profit off your growth and something like that lah. Because the thing they have is money. So the same thing happens in human as well. We need money and all that. That's why we work, and then sometimes we have our parents or even we loan money from the bank as well. But we're not going to talk about banks. It's more about like your bosses and your parents and all that, where they actually put in money for you because you do the work, or so sometimes they might have certain criteria where they need you to do something for you to get the money. But so when we try to focus too much on those criteria, we forgot about ourselves. So in this episode, what I want to focus is that should we instead focus more on ourselves instead of the criteria? Of course, because we can't just don't achieve the criteria, because if we don't achieve the criteria at all, it kind of violates the contract. Even though there's kind of no contract, but like it kind of violates the contract. So there's no point for them to put money in you again. So we still need to maintain some trust in that. But how do we serve ourselves at the same time the investors? But usually we kind of prioritize ourselves, because ourselves is more important. You know yourself better. So yeah, how do we do that? Okay. Have you had any experience of this, Vereen?
Experience. Okay, maybe I'll share one that I think it's something that happened now also. So when I first started working in my current company about 1 year ago, about 10 months ago, So at the beginning, actually, I spent a lot more time working overtime, because that time, really a lot more overtime, because most of the time we were working from home that time because of COVID. So now things has been better. So they asked us to go back more often. So that time, also because of those like boundary things, you don't really realize it when you're at home. You just continue working. So that time, it's kind of like the beginning for me. So I spent a lot more time, because I feel like I'm not that good yet. I need to learn more, learn quicker, and something like this. So I feel like it's okay for me to do this, although at the end it kind of still benefit the so-called investors, but the bosses. But at the same time, I do get something out of it. But now I feel like myself is more important, so I try to finish my things within the working hours. But sometimes maybe working overtime for maybe half an hour to 1 hour, that's still something okay for me, because I'm not doing that every day. So I feel like maybe it's related to my intention. So the beginning, my intention is to learn more, to become more capable of carrying out my work. So I'm okay with doing extra. A lot more. But now I feel like I need to take care of my own well-being. I need my own time. I cannot just give all my time to work. So
All right. I get it. Yeah. For me as well, actually. My best experience will be when I was actually, even though I'm working for myself, entrepreneurship and all that, I was running my own company and all that. People say that, like that, we are not really serving. Technically, I don't have any investors, so I'm not serving any investors. But actually, you can't. I do have investors, as in like my customers are my investors, because they are what puts the money, put food on the table and all that. But then at one point, I realized that because I was using just one phone, so I was having one phone with 2 SIM cards, and then the customer would message on the same phone which I have my personal life, so it's hard to ignore it. But then eventually, initially, like when I was having holidays and all that, I would like message them back as well, because they send in the message, so I'll just do that. But then I realized that that's not a good idea, because when they message it, they expect they see that you're replying, so they would message even more, expecting sooner reply and all that. Sometimes even they'll send several messages like asking why I'm not replying, something like that. So after that, I set a rule where when I'm on holiday, I wouldn't message at all, and I even got to a point when I almost buy another phone, so that when I'm on my I'm on my day off, I'm just gonna turn off that office phone, so that I won't receive any kind of message from them. I can just fully rest. I wouldn't need to think about all that kind of stuff. But yeah, like I didn't get to that stage because I found it unnecessary, and after that, it was quite soon that I'm gonna sell my company. That's why I didn't do that. But yeah, eventually I realized that money is, one thing, but then like it's not always about that, because we have, I mean, money is important, but then you can't really enjoy the money if you don't have really good well-being as well.
Yeah.
That's why I realized that what's the point of earning so much money, like handing, and especially that time, I think I have a lot of I can feel like I'm mentally tired. Like there's a lot of tension in my head because all these messages, suddenly messaging and all that, and then I need to reply one after another. I was just wasting a lot of time trying to reply this, reply that, switching around different person trying to reply them. So it was actually very tiring, mentally tiring, just trying to focus on messaging and all that. So that's where I realized that, okay, yeah, I need to cut this off at. I mean, there is a point where when I'm working, yeah, I'm kind of like serving my investor from, and I specified the time, which is from, I think, from 10 to 6 p.m. From 10 to 6 p.m. I'm gonna do my work, and then after that I'm gonna rest, and then on Friday it's my full day off, and I'm not gonna touch. Whenever I see a notification, I just slide it away instead of clicking into it, because I just don't want to have anything involved with them, because I have my clear work-life balance. Just after that time, I'm just gonna cut it off. I don't want to touch anything of it. Yeah, that is like my experience of kind of like trying to serve myself instead of my investor.
Yeah.
But yeah, like earlier in your life, do you have any experience whereby I believe most of us have, because when earlier in our life, our investor is kind of like parents and all that. And did you neglected some parts of yourself when you are trying to just serve your investors?
Actually, I thought of one example, but I'm not quite sure if it's like exactly serving them. There's nothing from my side. Yeah, let me explain the whole scenario first, and later we can discuss
Sure.
about it. Yeah, okay. So, during my secondary school time, around 16 years old, so that time, I was actively joining different kind of activities here and there. So I'm very busy. I'm very tired, of course, and there is changes in those academic style, because of like we now went into those what is it called, like science stream, art stream, that those kind of time. Yeah, so that there are changes, so I need to adapt to that as well. But at the same time, because of all those activities I've been joining, I'm very tired. Yeah, so I kind of can't really juggle both at the same time, so it affected my academic result. So all this while my result has been very good. Yeah, but during that year, my result dropped so much that my parents is not satisfied with that, and they even scolded me. I still remember me crying because they scolded me and say I'm not allowed to go to the activities anymore. At that time I was a student reporter under one of the what is it called, organization in under Sincho Daily. Yeah, so so that time I'm really sad. I'm like, why I question myself, like, why can't I just do both, Yeah, but that time I also don't know, maybe result is still important to me, just that as compared to activities and all, I hope I can get both instead of just one. So yeah, so I'm not quite sure if that's serving the investors only, or
I definitely it's serving our investors, but then in that case, I don't know. I mean, the thing about parents is that they they kind of use, especially, okay lah, not probably not parents right now, but parents back then, they tend to use intimidation and all this kind of stuff. They use their role, which they are older, wiser. They are the head of your house, where they try to force you into doing things. And I would say in Asians in general, that happens because we care a lot about our parents' approval, which is not a
true.
good thing. I don't,
True.
and then we don't. And I don't know, we're brought up that way, lah. But obviously, I mean, it happens to me as well. There's many times where I just blindly followed my parents, what my parents think, which I obviously regretted a lot, because I think I was in high school as well. There was like a few clubs which I wanted to join, but then I remember it was computer club, and then my parents just said, "Look at you now. You're now spending a lot of time on computer, and what if you join that and then you spend even more time doing it, and you'll be addicted to it." And that's why I didn't join. But if I have a chance again, I'll definitely join it, because I knew that was my interest. I was interested in that. What is the point of doing something else which I'm not interested in? Yeah. It's not about what they want me to do, because like, to be honest, like, they are not us. Like, they don't know what I want in my head. Why do you think you can make better decision that what I want? So definitely I regretted that a lot, and I would really do that. But I don't know. The thing is, in the Asian family, there's this terrible thing whereby if you don't follow whatever they want, most of the time things will turn out badly. There'll be arguments, in the house, something like that. Yeah, so that's something which I hope doesn't happen if I get a child or something like that. I hope I can fully support what they want to do, as long as it's not harming anyone else. It's not stealing. It's not cheating anyone, all that. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, that is definitely serving an investor. But if I get a chance, I think, even though it might turn ugly, the situation, but I'll say that if I have a chance again, I would stand on my point and go ahead and do whatever I want, because serving myself lah. It's more important. I realize that it's okay. Nothing bad has turned up, but when things could have gotten better, I should have go for that. I shouldn't have just settled for whatever that's less. That's what I think. Yeah.
Yeah, true. Yeah, if you ask me, if I was given the chance again, I'll still join those activities, although I kind of expect what will happen next.
I mean, to be honest, like in your case as well, I would say that those activities will bring you a lot more. From today's perspective, I believe I believe you agree as well. Like, from the workplace perspective, or even in today, where we think about the value the value of knowledge that we've gotten, I believe the knowledge that you have gotten from those activities surpasses the value of those knowledge from your activities definitely surpasses all the other knowledge that you gain in your school, which is important for the marks, which like most people care about. Would you agree?
Yeah. And especially because it's not, the activities are not in my school, it's like in PJ area, so I need to travel and all. In the past, I never really take public transport. That was my first exposure to that. Really. I don't know how to take public transport at all. Yeah.
That's cool. Okay. Those are some simple skills that people should possess.
Yeah,
so
true.
That's definitely, that's why advice to parents. I don't know. Maybe we should have we talked about the episode. We have one episode. One topic where we talk about, we have it in our list where we talk about understanding why Asian parents almost listen. I think we should discuss this soon, even though our next few topics isn't it. But then I quite agree. I don't know, man. I guess it's a process. It's where it's like starting from us. We realize that we should change things up. We shouldn't just follow the previous ways and all that. And hopefully, our change kind of bring different things. Like in one of my upcoming videos, I'm gonna talk about the most important, like why I encourage people to work overseas. the things isn't just about the money and the opportunity. It's actually more about if you get to do this, if you do this, the effect that you will bring to your children or other people around you, because you have tried it, and whether it's a good experience or not, you are the one that is bringing this new you're okay because you're widening your box. So people when they join your box, they get to see different things that they never enjoy. And so I guess this is the most important thing, why we should sometimes we should serve ourselves, because if we are just serving our investors, of course there's nothing wrong. They have their own box, so we are kind of running within their box. But if we learn to serve ourselves as well, there are things where we will see differently, where there's different perspective, and we will widen our box as well. And if each of us can peer into each other's box, that will be amazing. That will be mutually beneficial, because imagine both of our boxes are just like increasing in size, increasing in experience, increasing in different kind of perspective. So it makes everyone's knowledge, experience, perspective greater, better, something like that.
Yeah, true. Yeah, and when you have those, then the exposure that you can give to your child is different.
Yeah. So basically, it's kind of like eventually, it's kind of like for the greater, the greater humankind. Everyone is getting better, blah, 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 growing, blah, blah. Yeah, learn more knowledge, something like that. Yeah. So yeah, that's a quick conclusion, I guess. But yeah, like do you have anything that you would like to talk about in regards to this topic?
I think no more. Yeah.
All right. So then, other than that, do you have any insights that you would like to share today?
Yes.
I remember I had one, but I can't find it yet. So it'll be great that since you have one, you speak first, and then I will try to find that insight that I have somewhere in my head.
Okay. So it is actually yesterday when I was playing badminton. This idea come to my head, like I realized that sometimes my intention is actually not to become the best in doing something, but instead it's my own attitude in doing something. So if I'm doing something, if let's say I'm playing badminton, then I play it seriously in terms of like I try my best. It's not like a competition or what, just that I do my best in everything that I do, then that single thing will make me feel contented. Yeah, I feel like I fulfill something. I fulfill something that I'm looking forward to, or something. You get what I mean?
Yeah. I agree. Like that's why I mean recently there's quite a lot of motivation posts, something like that pops up saying that sometimes we are not satisfied because we didn't get like our to-do list done, something like that, like every day when you're at work, something like that. But then it's actually not about that. Of course, it would be best if that can happen, but maybe we should care more about is that what we should care more about is that we have made progress. We have shown up, like people. You have shown up to the gym. You have made progress on your things and all that. That is actually good enough, instead of trying to accomplish like 100%, 100%, 100%, 100%, because that is ideal. That is like maybe what your bosses expect, but we are humans and we shouldn't expect all that. And yeah, as long as we have done something, that's good enough. Of course, we seek to be better. We seek to do more. We know that maybe if this is not our best effort, maybe we should try harder. But then we shouldn't expect that we are always the best every day, and we should appreciate us as we are and all the minor effort that we have.
Yeah, then this lead me to one thing that I thought of, which is when I go for aerial yoga classes. So sometimes because
Okay.
The classes that I choose usually they incorporate some spinning. Yeah, so the instructor won't change all the hammock into single pose, so only a few can spin. Yeah, so we take turns to use that after practicing the pose on our usual hammock. Yeah. So when we are doing that, of course, others are looking at you. Because people might want to rise the wall and then look at you. So sometimes when I was doing that, I feel a bit like pressured. Yeah, I feel like, oh no, I need to do it well or something. But then after that, I realized that why would I want to do that? As long as I am doing what I can and I enjoy the process, then that's all right. That's the intention that I
exactly.
go to the class is not to become the best in the class. What's the point of becoming the best in the class?
I agree. I totally agree with that. Actually, that is very true. I mean, like, we are all here to learn. It's, I don't know. I mean, maybe we have this mindset where we try to avoid mistakes and all that, you know, embarrassment and all that. We care about our ego, but in fact, you are at a place of learning. It's best if you can make mistakes here so that you can learn. Yeah, if you are best at everything, what's the point of you coming here? You shouldn't be here anymore.
Yeah, true. And usually after our class, everyone will take turn to do one last time. So our instructor will record it and send it to us. Yeah. So whenever it's my turn, when I was waiting for my turn, I feel nervous, you know. So after I realized that, okay, that is actually what I was thinking about, then I'll tell myself, you know, just do your best, try your best, and enjoy the process, and that's all. Don't think so much.
Well, that's good. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
so
good.
whenever
I mean, you notice whatever you're feeling and all that. So then you kind of like,
yeah. So whenever I
kind of
tell
solve that
myself,
thing.
tell myself that, then very quickly I'll feel a lot calmer, and then I'll just go ahead and do what I should do.
That's cool. That's great.
Yeah. So have you recalled your insight?
Oh no, I can't think of it. I can't think of it. Yeah, so unfortunately I couldn't share it. So yes, I guess since I can't really think of my insight, so this will be the end of this episode then. So thanks everyone for listening, and if you enjoyed, do like us on our YouTube, or even, you know, just give us a rating on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. And I hope to see you guys in the next episode. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for listening to this episode of the podcast. If you enjoyed, do share with your friends and family and leave us a review on the Apple Podcast. If you're not using an Apple device, you can leave a review on the Apple Podcast website with a link in the show notes. If you have any feedback or thoughts which you hope that we'll discuss in the future, feel free to email them to us at hello@incthoughts.com, or alternatively, you can send us a private message on our Facebook, Instagram or Twitter with the username of incthoughtspod. Thanks again, and see you all next week. Bye bye.